Philadelphia. 2 hits. That's what the Detroit Tigers got. 2. Zack Wheeler looked across at Tarik Skubal, who is the best pitcher on the planet, and he beat him 5-0.
2-hit shutout, 10 strikeouts from Wheeler, and a series win heading into the break. That's about as good as a Sunday gets.
And one more thing before the music, and this one's real. We're going dark for a few days, and while we're gone, this show is getting upgraded. Kevin's doing the work over the break. New and improved, top to bottom.
The plan is to have it ready for the first game back. That's the plan. Plans have a way of running long.
It might take longer, and I'm telling you that up front instead of pretending. We're aiming for the next regular season game. If it slips, but it's coming. Write in and tell me what you want fixed. Jack@thecaptainjackshow.com. I'll read every one of them.
Time, take a look with good old Captain Jack. Captain.
Good evening, Philadelphia. Your Phillies beat the Detroit Tigers 5-0 at Comerica Park. They take 2 out of 3, and they walk into the All-Star break with their chest out.
Series win on the road against a club that's been playing well, 54-43. And the man who did it was Zack Wheeler.
Zack Wheeler! Craig, do you understand who he was pitching against tonight? Tarik Skubal. And Skubal was good. 5 innings, 2 runs. That's a fine night's work. And it wasn't close to enough because our guy gave up nothing.
6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 10 punch-outs. Skubal lost the game, and he didn't really do anything wrong. Wheeler was just better.
He was better than the best. Kevin, are you back there? You've got a lot of work ahead of you this week.
Hey everybody, Kevin in the booth. Yeah, I've got a long week, but I'll take it after that. Phones are jammed, first caller's ready whenever you are.
Good man. And if you're new to us, hit follow wherever you're listening. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Especially now, because when we come back, we're going to sound better than we do right now.
Low bar, cleared in advance.
Craig, I'm going to remember that after the upgrade. Kevin, who's up first?
Carmine in North Philly. We won by 5 and he's still spitting.
Craig, I need to talk about the 6th inning, and I need to talk about the disrespect.
Carmine, we shut them out. What disrespect?
6th inning. Bases moving, they got a runner on. And Detroit walks Brandon Marsh on purpose. On purpose, Cap. They put a man on base for free just so they didn't have to pitch to him.
They intentionally walked Marsh to load it up and take their chances with Derek Hill. That's a real decision by A.J. Hinch, and it's not a crazy one.
Not crazy. Craig, they looked at our lineup and they picked a guy. They said, that one, we'll take that one. And then Hill goes down looking, and I'm screaming at a television in North Philadelphia.
You were screaming. And then what happened, Carmine?
Then Realmuto hit a rocket into left, and 3 men came home, and I stopped screaming and I started crying. That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. They walked a man to get to ours, and the next guy up put 3 on the board. Carmine, that's not disrespect. That's a gift.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it, and I'll stay mad about it anyway. That's my right as a citizen. Enjoy the break, fellas.
Go lie down, Carmine. Thank you, brother.
Jen in Center City next.
Hi, guys. So I've been staring at the rotation for an hour, and I think something just happened that nobody's saying out loud.
Say it out loud, Jen. That's what we're here for.
Cristopher Sánchez is starting the All-Star game on Tuesday. He's the National League starter, and he's not even the guy who pitched today.
That's the part that's easy to miss. Sanchez got the honor, and then Wheeler goes out and throws a 2-hit shutout the same weekend.
Right. So here's where I land. Everybody spends August arguing about who your Game 1 starter is. That argument is a luxury. Most teams don't get to have it.
A luxury? Jen, you just made me feel wealthy.
You are wealthy. You've got 2 of them. Go enjoy the break and stop worrying. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Jen. Kevin, close the block.
Dolores from Manioc. She's got that tone again.
Hello, boys. Lovely win. I want to talk about little Derek Hill.
Dolores, we won by 5. Please,
Last night, sweetheart, that boy stole 3 bases, and this whole city put him on a poster. Tonight, he came to the plate 4 times, and he struck out 4 times. 4, dear. Not a ball in play. Not one.
0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. It was a rough afternoon, and it came against Tarik Skubal, which is not a soft landing.
A rough afternoon, Craig. And here's what I want you to notice. It was exactly 1 day. 1 day between the poster and the 4 strikeouts. That's all the time it takes.
Dolores, he's a good player who had a bad day against the best pitcher alive.
Of course he is, dear. They all are. Right up until the day they aren't. And it's always a Sunday. And nobody sees it coming because they're busy looking at last night. Enjoy your break, boys.
Dolores, you took a shutout and you found a funeral in it. Again.
I always do, sweetheart. Have a lovely few days off. Good night.
Good night, Dolores. I'm gonna need a minute.
Let me do the standings before the breaks, because they're good. 54 and 43. A game and a half back of Atlanta in the East, and we're holding a wild card by 2.
A game and a half. We were 3.5 back on Friday, and I was drafting an apology to the city. Now we're a game and a half out with 4 days to think about it.
And I'll be careful with one thing. Atlanta was still playing when we sat down, so that number might move by morning. But whatever it is, we go into the break in the race.
In the race. Now walk me through the shutout, Craig, and take your time. I've got 4 days.
Wheeler goes 6. He gives up a single to Riley Green in the 2nd, and a single to Zach McKinstry in the 5th. That's it. That's every hit Detroit got off him, and it's every hit Detroit got all day.
2 hits in a whole baseball game. Craig, the Tigers are 7-3 in their last 10, and they've been one of the hottest clubs in that division. And this team came in here and gave them 2 hits and sent them home.
And it was the 3rd out of the 2nd that set the tone. Green singles, and then Torkelson hits a 2-hopper, and Trey turns it into a double play. Wheeler faced the minimum through 2 with a hit on the board.
10 strikeouts. Give me the numbers, Craig, the season ones, because I want to say them slowly.
10 and 1, a 2.13 E.R.A, 108 strikeouts, and a whip of .89, which means he puts fewer than 1 man on base an inning.
Fewer than 1 man an inning. 10 and 1. Craig, the man has lost 1 baseball game since April, and he's doing it at 36 years old.
And here's the one that got my attention, and I checked it twice because it didn't look real. In May, he struck out 34. In June, he struck out 34. In July, so far, he struck out 34.
Say that again.
34 in May. 34 in June. 34 in July. And each month, it's taken him fewer innings to get there.
That is the most unsettling thing I have ever heard on this program. The man is delivering strikeouts on a schedule. Kevin, are you writing this down?
I've been writing it down since he said it.
Hold that thought. The offense, Realmuto gets hit by a pitch in the 3rd, and he comes around and scores on a Schwarber single. 1-0, and that's the whole game until the 6th.
Skubal held us to that. He's a problem. But we got him out of the game, and then we ate.
6th inning, Harper singles, Bohm singles, Bohm singles, and then Edmundo Sosa lays down a sacrifice bunt and moves them both up.
A bunt! Somebody bunted! Lou is going to call in about this. I can feel it.
Then they intentionally walk Marsh to get to Derek Hill, and Hill takes strike 3. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and Detroit has gotten exactly what they wanted.
They got what they wanted.
And then JT Realmuto hits a line drive into left, 104 off the bat, and 3 men score. 4-0, his 11th double.
104 off the bat, with the bases loaded. After they walked a man to avoid a different man, JT Realmuto looked at that whole plan, and he broke it over his knee.
They gave away a free base to pick the guy they wanted. They got the guy they wanted, and it cost them 3 runs. That's not a plan, Jack. That's a coupon. And it's worth saying plainly, he's hitting .206 this year. It's been a hard season for him at the plate, and nobody's hiding that. But he drove in 3 tonight and 2 more last night, and he is the reason this team took the series.
5 runs batted in over 2 days from a man having the worst year of his life. That's a professional, Craig. That's a guy who's been doing this a long time and knows which nights matter.
Stott follows with a single, and there's a challenge on the play at first, and we win it. Realmuto scores 5-0.
And then the bullpen just kept the door shut. Alvarado, Kerkering, Bowlan, 3 innings, no hits.
14 strikeouts as a staff. And on the umpires, quickly, because there's nothing here. Edwin Moscoso behind the plate, 3 challenges all day, only 1 overturned. The crew had a clean afternoon.
I have no complaints about an umpire, and I don't know what to do with my hands.
Fold them. One last thing, and it's the funniest sentence I'll say tonight. Bryce Harper got charged with an error in the third, and the ball went through a hole in his glove.
A hole in his glove.
An actual hole. The ball found it and went through it. He also laid out for a nice play at first in the first inning, so his glove had a busy day right up until it failed structurally.
Craig, we are a first-place caliber baseball team, and our first baseman is fielding with a colander. And it didn't matter. We shut him out anyway. Shoot me an email about it, jack@thecaptainjackshow.com. I want to hear from anybody who's ever had a glove betray them.
Let me pull up the game thread. This is the E.R.A. Phillies live one, typed while it was happening. And remember, these people did not know we'd win by 5.
They never do. Read them.
First, Russ at 852 in the middle of the Harper error. Fire the equipment manager.
Fire the equipment manager. Now, I don't know for a fact that this is about the hole in the glove. I'm choosing to believe it is because it's the funniest possible version, and this person has correctly identified the only member of the organization who failed today.
Next, Orange Crush D after a Turner at bat. Turner not coming through with runners on base. I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. The sarcasm. Sir, we won 5-0. You type that in the middle of a 2-hit shutout. Go outside. It's July.
And last, Faithful Little Bird, addressing Kyle Schwarber directly. Schwingle us into the break, Kyle.
Schwingle us into the break. And he did. He singled Realmuto in for the first run of the game. This person put in an order, and Kyle Schwarber filled it. I've never seen a request honored that literally, and I don't even want to think about the mechanics of it.
The nice thing about a shutout is that everybody who panicked has to sit with it quietly.
Kevin, you've been sitting on something for 10 minutes. Let's have it.
34, 34, 34.
I knew this was coming.
3 months in a row, the exact same number of strikeouts. May, June, July. And Craig said the part that seals it, and I don't think he even noticed. Each month, fewer innings.
Kevin.
So think about what that means. He's throwing less and getting the same number. Every month he gets more efficient and he lands on the identical total. That's not a hot streak, Jack. Hot streaks are lumpy. This is smooth. Nobody in the history of baseball has ever been this smooth by accident.
So what's your position? Exactly.
My position is that Zack Wheeler has a quota. Somebody somewhere gave that man a number and he is hitting it to the strikeout month after month, and then he stops. He's not pitching a season. He's filling an order.
The kid thinks our ace is on a subscription plan. 34 a month, cancel anytime, and if he goes over on strikeouts, they bill him for the extra 1.
I think he'll finish August with 34, and I think you'll all pretend you're surprised. That's all. Back to you.
He throws 35 in August. I want an apology.
If he throws 35 in August, Craig, I'll know they let him off the leash, and that'll tell me even more.
There's no beating him. Let's go to the farm. Give me the future, Craig. I'm in a wonderful mood, and I want to spend it on teenagers.
AAA, Andrew Painter, and there's nothing new to tell you. He hasn't pitched since Friday. Still 3 starts, 12 2/3 innings, an E.R.A. of 6.39.
So I get to be patient for 4 more days on a number that isn't going to move.
That's the boring part of a rehab. You wanted the future, and sometimes the future is a 23-year-old getting his innings back in Allentown while everybody in this city refreshes a page.
I refresh the page, Craig. I refresh it a lot. Who's next?
AA, and I'm giving you both again. Braden Tucker, 26, 6-6, a 3.13 ERA, 69 strikeouts in 77 2/3. And Gage Wood, same club, 28 2/3 innings, a 3.45 ERA, 39 strikeouts and 9 walks.
39 and 9 at Reading. I said it last week and I'll say it again. That ratio is a grown man's ratio.
High A is Gabriel Rincones Jr., who's been up and down. Single A, Kate Obermueller, and his number went up. 45 strikeouts now in 27 and 2/3 innings.
45 in 27. Craig, that's more than a strikeout in a half an inning. The man is a menace in Clearwater.
14 walks in there, so the command's still a project. And the rookie league, Francisco Renteria. 17 years old, 358, an OPS of 991, 16 stolen bases.
17 years old and a 991. Craig, I want him to have a good break too. I want them all to have a good break. Let's go wide. Kevin, who's holding?
Reggie in Camden, and he says this one's about JT.
Captain, Reggie in Camden. I've solved JT Realmuto, and I need 3 minutes.
You've got 90 seconds. Solve him.
The man is hitting 206, 206 Cap, and he has 33 runs batted in. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
I hear a low batting average and a decent number of runs batted in. Go ahead.
It's not a slump, Craig. It's a system. He has figured out how to turn the bat off when the bases are empty. Why would he waste a hit with nobody on? That's a wasted hit.
Reggie, you're describing a man who is choosing to make outs.
On purpose, Cap. Conserving. And then tonight, bases loaded, they walk a guy to get around Hill, and boom, 3 runs on one swing. He was saving it. He's been saving it all year, and tonight he cashed it in.
He got hit by a pitch tonight, too. Was he saving that?
He took that on purpose, Craig. Free base. The man does not waste a single motion. Give him the MVP and give me a research grant.
Reggie, that is the single most flattering thing anybody has ever said about a 206 hitter, and I'm going to allow it because we won.
We won because of the system, Cap. Have a good break.
Good night, Reggie. Kevin, next.
Lou from Fairmount. Jack, he's been holding since the 6th inning, and he will not tell me why.
Fellas, somebody bunted.
I knew it. Craig, I called it. I said Lou was going to call about the bunt.
6th inning. Runners on first and second. And the Sosa boy squares around and lays it down and moves them both up. A sacrifice. A real, honest sacrifice bunt in a big league game.
He got it down clean, and the runners moved to second and third. 2 batters later, Realmuto clears the bases.
2 batters later. That's the whole thing, Craig. That's the whole argument I've been making for 40 years, and nobody listens. You move the runners, you give the man behind you a bigger target, and the game rewards you.
It worked exactly like the book said it would, Lou.
The book ain't wrong, Cap. The book's just old, and everybody decided old means stupid. Tonight, a young fella gave himself up to move 2 men 90 feet, and it turned into 3 runs.
You sound happy, Lou. It's frightening.
I am happy. I'm going to bed happy for the first time since June. Enjoy the break, boys. Somebody bunted. Good night.
Good night, Lou. Best I've ever heard him.
And Dave from Bucks County to close it out.
Fellas, I'm going to be a little worked up here, and I apologize in advance.
We just won by 5, Dave. What's the matter?
Zack is 10-1. 10-1, fellas. And he threw a 2-hit shutout today against the best pitcher in the American League.
10-1 with a 2.13 E.R.A. Those are the real numbers, Dave.
And people are telling me he's not on the All-Star team. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've read the roster myself, so I won't swear to it. But if it's true, then somebody has some explaining to do.
That's fair and honest, and I appreciate you not making it up, Dave.
Here's the thing, though. Zack wouldn't say a word about it. Not one word. He'd take the ball, he'd get his 10 strikeouts, and he'd go home. So somebody's got to be mad on his behalf. And I've decided it's me.
Be mad, Dave. Be furious for him. He won't do it, so you do it.
I'm just saying, Christopher starting the game on Tuesday, and I couldn't be happier for him. He earned it. But there was room for 2. That's all I'm saying. There was room for 2.
There was room for 2. Have a good break, Dave. Thank you.
Hot takes from the masses, Jack. This is the Our Phillies subreddit after the final out, and I'll tell you now, they've got one thing on their mind.
Wheeler! It's Wheeler, isn't it?
First up, 663 silver stacks, keeping it to the essentials. Zack Wheeler, 10 wins and 1 loss, not an all-star.
There it is! 10-1, and this person put the important part in parentheses, which is where you put a thing that makes you too angry to say out loud. Craig, I'm not going to shout at a roster I haven't read, but 10-1.
10-1 with a 213 E.R.A. is what I can tell you for certain. The rest of it I'll leave to the people who voted.
Leave it to them and let them live with it. Next!
Next, Paraplat 99, who has done our homework for us. Wheeler, May, 6 starts, 38, 2 IP, 34K June, 5 starts, 31, 2 IP, 34K July, 3 starts, 17, 2 IP, 34K.
Kevin, are you hearing this? You're not alone. There's a person out there with a spreadsheet and the same haunted look in their eye.
I want that on the record. I said it before Craig read it. 34, 34, 34. I don't want to hear another word about it.
You've been vindicated by a stranger. Congratulations.
The quota is real and the people have seen it.
And last, from AZ Graybill 12, looking down the road, the Phillies winning the NL East and the Marlins finishing second would be the funniest thing after all the Bars fans called the division back in May.
Funniest thing. Craig, I would give up a year of my life for that outcome. Atlanta spent May telling everybody the division was over, and we are a game and a half back with a rotation like this, and I want to see every one of them explain it in October.
A game and a half is a game and a half. It's not a parade, but it's a lot closer than it looked on Friday.
Craig, I can't stop thinking about the hole in the glove. I need to know if he's all right.
You want to call Bryce Harper before a 4-day break to ask about a glove.
I want to call Bryce Harper to ask about a glove. Kevin, dial him up.
Hello?
Bryce! Captain Jack in Philadelphia. Is this Bryce Harper?
Close enough. Hang on, I got my head under a hood here.
Bryce, great win. But I gotta ask about the third inning. They're saying the ball went through a hole in your glove.
Yeah, the glove, whatever, it happens. Hey, real quick, since I got you, you ever chase a leak you can't find?
Not professionally.
I got a coolant leak, Craig. Pressure tested it twice. Put the dye in, ran the light over every inch of it. Nothing. It only goes when she's running, and I can't get my head down in there while she's running.
Bryce, the glove. There was a hole in it.
Everything's got a hole in it today, Jack. That's what I'm telling you. Mine's just somewhere I can't see it. At least you guys could point at yours.
That's the most profound thing anyone said on this show.
The baseball was good, though. We won, right? Somebody said 5.
5-0. Wheeler threw a 2-hit shutout.
Wheeler's great. Love Wheeler. Listen, I got to get back. I'm losing the light, and this thing's going to empty out on my floor. Have a good break. Bye.
That was not Bryce Harper.
I think that may have been the fake Bryce Harper. And he has a hole he can't find, which, and I say this sincerely, is worse than ours. All right, Philadelphia. We're drawn to a close on the first half, and it's time for the Colors walk-off. Kevin, open the lines. You're up for the walk-off swing.
They walked a man to pitch to ours, and Realmuto made him pay for it. Never do that again.
Next at the plate, swing.
Somebody bunted, boys. A real sacrifice bunt, and it turned into 3 runs. I can die now.
Step in, swing.
Sánchez starts the All-Star game and Wheeler throws a 2-hitter the same weekend. We have 2 aces. Act like it.
Walk-off swing.
10-1, 213 E.R.A. Whatever the roster says, we know what we've got.
You're up, swing.
206 with 33 runs batted in. He's conserving. It's a system.
Next, swing.
3 stolen bases Saturday, 4 strikeouts Sunday. It always evens out, dear. Always.
Last one, swing.
2 hits. We gave a hot team 2 hits and sent them to the break. Go Phillies.
That's the walk-off, folks. Lights out on the first half. What a way to go out, Craig. 5-0. 2 hits, 10 strikeouts from Wheeler, a series win, and a 3-run double from a man having the hardest year of his career. We go into the break a game and a half out.
54-43. Holding a wild card. Sanchez starts the All-Star game on Tuesday, and the first game back is Thursday at home against the Mets.
The Mets! At home! Oh, we'll be ready for them, and we'll be a better show by then, or close to it. And that's the last thing. We're getting upgraded over these 4 days. Kevin's under the hood, same as the fake Bryce Harper, except Kevin can find his leak. We're aiming to have it done for Thursday. It might run long. If it does, we'll still be here, just a little less new.
He's promising you a better version of this. Sit with that.
And maybe I come back with more than 7 ways to feel about a ground ball. A man can dream. Before we go, drop your first half MVP in the comments. Wheeler, Realmuto, Duran, whoever you want. I'll read them over the break. Like, subscribe, and follow the show wherever you're listening.
And how Kevin keeps his job, which this week is going to be a genuine question.
I'll be here. Probably asleep under the board, but I'll be here.
One last time, the inbox is open all week. Jack at thecaptainjackshow.com. Tell me your first half MVP. Tell me what you want the new show to sound like. Tell me Zack Wheeler should have been an all-star. For Craig, Nicholson, and Kevin in the booth, I'm Captain Jack. 5-0 Philadelphia. Enjoy the break. We'll see you on the other side, and we'll sound better when we get there.